Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Song Exchange. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. If you don't know the premise behind all this, we've already got 3 episodes done before this one. Go back and watch one of those. But I'm going under the headphones first today. So Steven's going to play me a song, and I'm going to listen.
And as always, links to the song are down in the description.
Yes.
Alright, so the song he's listening to right now is NYFL X Neck Deep by a band called Issues.
Trying to clean up the mess I made, but the towel I used to soak up my worry, it just went up in flames. Still got a conscience of gasoline, I can siphon shit out, fucking leave.
This is actually an acoustic version of the song off their Diamond Dreams album. I've been listening to Issues for a couple years now. They're kind of like a pop punk. Some people call them pop punk, some people call them metalcore. But I really enjoyed this kind of music a lot. This is the kind of music that I listen to. I'm just kind of driving down the road. I didn't really grow up listening to the pop punk kind of music. It's something I've got into in the last couple years. But I really like this kind of music because sometimes they use major chord progressions, so it makes the overall listening experience a little happier than, you know, your constant minor low tune hitting stuff. I think that whenever it's something different, this whole album they've released, it's mostly acoustic, or, you know, there's one song that's entirely piano, has a female singer and the lead singer Tyler Steven. I think that's his name. But it's just kind of, the lyrical content obviously isn't wholesome, but it's just a really wholesome sounding song to come out of an aggressive pop punk / metalcore band, which is really cool. You don't see a whole lot of bands doing that. You might get a band like this that does one acoustic song on like a special edition for an album or something. But this is a good album just to, you know, you put on while you're driving. I drive about half an hour to work in the morning. So it's a good song. It's a good album to just put on, you know, kind of sit back and listen to while you're, you know, drinking your coffee on the way to work or whatever. But that's all I really have to say about Issues. If you're curious about this kind of music, you know, well, like I said, links in the description. Give it a listen. I highly recommend them.
Okay. So, who was that?
Band called Issues.
Okay. And Never Lose Your... What's the name of the song? Never Lose Your... Or is it...
I have to look at it because it's kind of confusing. NLYF X Neck Deep. Neck Deep, sorry. NLXY X Neck Deep.
Okay. All right. Good tune. And me being an old, 80s bro,
Yeah.
I kept waiting on the drums to come in. And, it's kind of cool when the percussion come in and it was just the little shakers and the really good, really well recorded. Good voices. Kind of a mellow song, but, 2 vocalists.
Yeah.
Okay.
2.
Yeah. Thought I picked up 2. How many people are in that band? Do you know?
I think there's 5.
Okay. But very well recorded. It's not like something that I would typically listen to, but if I heard it going down the road on the radio or whatever, I wouldn't change the channel. So, I'd say I'd probably score that I like it. So I'd probably score that around a middle of the road, maybe a 6. Somewhere around there.
That's fair.
I don't hate it, but I mean, like I said, it's not something that I really jump after to listen to. But it was a good song. I really like the recording of it. So what do you think about that since you presented it to me?
Well, that album is an album by them called Diamond Dreams, which is an entirely acoustic album. They're actually like some people call them pop punk. Some people call them...
I could hear them being okay, this is us playing acoustic, but normally on our normal recordings, we're going to be kicking your ass with our, guitars.
Yeah. That's typically what it is. They're like a pop punk. Some people call them pop punk.
It's almost like when Alice in Chains made Sap or made Jar of Flies.
That's pretty much...
You have you hear the acoustic, but they could kick your ass, kind of like that.
They are.
Yeah.
I've been listening to them for a couple years. I like that album a lot because the whole album is like that basically.
Right.
It's actually covers of their other songs, their heavy songs.
So they're taking heavy songs, covering them, redoing them acoustically.
Yes.
That's really cool.
And I think I mentioned that a lot of pop punk bands like this, they might take one song from their album and on like a special edition of their album, whatever, and they might do one song. And I said that I thought it was really interesting, and I really like that these guys dedicated I think they dedicated like 6 months to re-recording all of these tracks just like this, because they didn't just redo it exactly the way they restructured.
They rearranged it, and wrote different parts and stuff like that.
They reconstructed the entire songs,
Right.
and basically the only thing that is the same is the general tune, and the lyrics. The vocals aren't the same at all.
Right.
They're the main vocalist, the kind of mellower voiced guy, if you like. He's their lead vocalist most of the time, and he, for the most part, he sings
And
like
is the
that.
is the other guy the screamer?
The other guy's the
The other guy's whoa,
The guy-
whoa, I see that guy.
He's that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy that has the slightly raspier voice.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
I could hear him as being the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you ready for my song?
Let's go.
I'm ready for you to hear this song. I'm excited. I like this. Let me pull up my music here.
All right. Everyone watching, I'm a day late, but sporting Star Wars. It's May the 5th currently.
May
at
the
time of
4th be with you.
It's currently May the 5th at the time of recording.
All right. Here we go. It's going to be nice and loud.
Oh, yeah. Blow my eardrums.
Here we
I don't
go.
need them.
Here we go. Now, what I'm playing for him is I'm playing Faster Pussycat off their debut album, Faster Pussycat, and I'm playing Bathroom Wall. I remember, like I said, I'm an 80s bro. So a lot of these 80s albums, I remember when they came out. I bought them when they came out. And I remember when Faster Pussycat came out, they were just phenomenal to me. Everybody was making these heavy songs as they could make. It seems like metal was just trying to get heavier and heavier and heavier. And here these guys come out, and they kind of have that sleaze rock, almost like kind of like LA Guns, a little, stuff like that. But then they just have these old timey sounding guitar solos, and they don't have a whole lot of distortion on their albums or on their guitars. And Tame or Timey, or however you say his name, Timey Down or Tame Down. I used to always think it was funny because I always thought it was Timey Down, so I thought it was funny. It was like Tie Me Down, but I've heard people pronounce it Tame, like Tamey, Tamey Down, Tame Down. But he just has, however you say his voice, however you say his name, his voice is just awesome. He's got one of those voices that you hear it and you're just like, oh my gosh. And I like the way this album's recorded. I like that one of the guitarists is on one speaker, the other guitarist is on the other speaker. And this is a great album. Let's see what else is on here it is just awesome. Don't Change That Song. It's a good song, but it's okay. Bathroom Wall is good. No Room for Emotion is okay. It's kind of a slower song. Cat House is awesome. Cat House is awesome. Babylon is awesome. Smash Mouth is awesome. Shooting on the Edge is okay. City Has No Heart is okay. Ship Rolls In is pretty good. Bottle in Front of Me is amazing. Bottle in Front of Me and Bathroom Wall and Cat House are probably my three favorite songs off this album. So I like the way the guitarist in this particular song, I like the way it's recorded. I like the way the guitarists change. They swap, go back and forth from side to side, trading off licks on the solo. Kind of almost like the way Guns N' Roses, with the way Easy and Slash did. But it's an awesome song. And I really like it. Like to know what you guys think about, Faster Pussycat. And what's your favorite song off this album? What do you think about Bathroom Wall? I would probably score this song probably probably an 8 or a 9. I'd say it a 9 on this album. This is one of their better songs to me, and I really like this song, so I'm going to score it a 9. There you go. You know what band that is.
No.
You ever heard of Faster Pussycat?
No.
Okay. You ever heard of a song called House of Pain?
Yeah.
That's who sings House of Pain.
Oh, okay.
That's off their second album. That's off their debut album. House of Pain's off their second album.
Okay.
But and that song is called, what do you think the name of it is?
Writing on the Bathroom Wall.
Bathroom Wall.
Okay.
Yep. So Faster Pussycat off their first album called Faster Pussycat. Song's Bathroom Wall. What do you think?
I thought I was going to be in a fun time for a little blues song, but I was wrong. Because that's what it sounded like, kind of bluesy progression. Both of the solos, I'm guessing, from two guitarists. Since it came
and I like
by
how
orally.
That's what I was saying on my comments, is how they put they trade licks back and forward from one ear to the other.
Yeah, that's just really cool. It sounds like those guys cut their teeth as blues players, because that's what a lot of their solos sound like they're inspired from. Because they're not fast and flashy. It's very tasteful.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. The riff is kind of your ABC blues riff, just with a little harder rock spin on it. When was that recorded?
You're not going to believe this. Take a guess when that came out.
Oh, I'm either going to be way early or way late. So I'm just going to, I don't know.
1989.
Wow, okay. I was going to say 80. So
yeah, it came in the tail end of when glam metal was just getting harder and harder and harder and harder. Now these guys were just as glammy and everything, but then they come out with this old school sound, not a whole lot, and their whole album is like that. You need to check this album out. I was telling all the songs I really like off this album, but the whole song, there's a song on there called Got No Room for Emotion. I mean, there's a lot of really good songs on there, but they don't have a really super distorted, crunchy sound, and they play with the big open body guitars and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, they play with the big open body guitars. It was almost like when the Stray Cats came out, and they're playing 50 stuff and everything in the middle of the 80s. These guys just at the cusp of 90s, getting ready to come in, and come into the 90s. Right there in '89, Guns N' Roses was blowing up, and Metallica was blowing up, and everything. And here they come in with songs like that. It was really refreshing.
Yeah, I would have guessed way, around. Had you not said anything, I probably would have still guessed around 1980, maybe the tail end of the '70s. Mm-hmm. Because in my mind, I was like, well, this is before.
Everything.
I was like, this is before glam rock blew up. It had to have been.
And it was on the tail end of it.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about it. It was on the tail end. So what would you score that song?
I'm gonna go 7 on that.
Okay. All right.
Because I do appreciate that kind of music, but it's not usually ever the first thing I put on. I have to kind of be in the mood.
Right.
But yeah, I'd give it around a 7.
All right. Cool. I scored it a 9.
Okay.
I really like that song. The only reason I didn't score it a 10 is because there's another song on that album I like more than that one. So I couldn't score it a 10.
Okay.
But anyway.
I guess that wraps it up.
Yep, that wraps it up. So what do you guys think about these songs? Faster Pussycat and the other band?
Issues.
What you think about it? Put down in the comments. And if you haven't never heard these songs, click on the links down there in the description. And give them a listen and let us know what you think. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of Song Exchange. And we will see you next time.